tragic day for the 25 people who thought about going to Creator Clash 3, which is literally in a month and a half. Can we please have a moment of silence to the 25 people who are going, please? I'm pretty sure everyone here knows about Creator Clash, the event hosted by Anissa and Anissa's husband, where influencers, my favorite word of all time, fight other influencers and the money goes to charity. I've said this before, despite the fact that I don't like idubbbz, I think he's a loser, I think he's a lot of things, I don't want to repeat myself, but I don't want the event to fail because number one, I think it's a good concept. Number two, a certain percentage of whatever the event makes, it goes towards charity. I'm never going to pray on a charity event to go bad. The only people that are going to be affected by this are the people that need it the most. So do I want the event to fall and flop like crazy? No. If they had better fighters, this event would be pretty fire. So these are the fights, right? I don't know any of these people. I know this guy, the odd one out. I like his content. OG YouTuber if I'm not mistaken. Don't know. Oh yeah, I know this guy. I like their videos. I believe she works for the H3 podcast if I'm not mistaken. So the event is pretty mid. Just looking at who's fighting, it makes you want to fall asleep. The event is doing absolutely horrible. It's about to go triple cardboard. And who is to blame for this? idubbbz. He has barely promoted this event, and on top of that, on his most successful video that he's had in years, probably in half a decade, he never once mentioned Creator Clash 3. Now, I thought the content comp was for two things: for money, because I'm sure he needs it, and to build some buzz around the event, right? He never mentioned Creator Clash 3 once, which I thought was pretty stupid. I was like, well, if you're gonna scoop that low to make a video on your former friend and then spread lies, I would respect you a little more if you plug. So I saw this tweet, and this is pretty much the inspiration behind this video. Drama Alert posted, "It's not looking too good for Creator Clash 3," and they showed this Ticketmaster graph. This is not good. This is not good at all. Now, in my opinion, this card would have been a lot better if it had Frogan somewhere on here, maybe me versus Frogan. I think that will be pretty hard. Honestly, I would pay money to see that. I don't know, give us entertaining fight. Who cares about 90% of these? And I'm being very generous, more like 98%. I do think they're going to cancel it because for whatever reason, idubbbz thought it will be smart to book it at this arena, right? This arena has a 21,000 people capacity. Now, maybe if this was 2015 or 2016, maybe even 2017, idubbbz could have sold this out within a few weeks. But this is 2025 idubbbz we're talking about. I'm sure he would have a hard time selling out at a fucking Chili's or at a fucking In-N-Out establishment, let alone a 21,000 people capacity. I have a question, and hopefully someone out there could answer this for me. Who is managing the books for idubbbz? Who told them it was a good idea to rent out this 20,000+ people capacity arena? This is just unrealistic. And at his peak, this would have been low-key kind of hard to sell as well. I think a 10,000 people capacity would have been perfect. This is going to lose money like crazy. And on top of that, you have to pay the fighters, right? And there's a whole bunch of other expenses. It's not only, oh, let's rent the arena, it's everything else that comes with that. In case you guys don't remember, the last Creator Clash lost $250,000, $250,000, and idubbbz had to go on Twitch for like 10 to 12 hours to raise money for charity. Respectable.
I have some bad news to share with you. I really don't want to share it. I feel terrible. This year has been a rough one, but this is the path that I chose, so I think it's best to be transparent. We lost $250,000 on the event. The way that this typically works for anyone who's unaware is that once our expenses are paid off for the event, like all the minimums of like, you know, broadcasting, the hotel, travel, all that sort of stuff, once that's all paid off, then we can start paying the charities. Unfortunately, we didn't even reach the break-even point, right? We're $250,000 in the red.
And just look at this. This is brutal. If the event does go on, they're most likely going to just close these and just have these. So it becomes, what, a 10,000 people capacity? I mean, idubbbz, you're gonna be realistic. No one really likes you. No one really cares about you anymore. And I think on top of that, this roster just sucks, dude. It's genuinely 90% shitty. Hope I'm wrong, right? Because I don't want money to be taken away from charity. I am willing to bet that in about 2 to 3, 4 months, idubbbz is going to upload a video talking about how Creator Clash 3 completely flopped, and he's going to have to sell his house for Creator Clash 4. He has no idea what he's doing with his life. Then we get this update. They have removed all the upper bowl sitting, which was what I was just talking about. If I was idubbbz or Anissa, I would be freaking the fuck out. I don't know how much it costs to rent the whole arena. Can't imagine it being cheap. I do believe the content comp was definitely for money to fund Creator Clash 3. At this rate, we'll probably get 3 more content comps just so they could fund the fucking arena. I do think this might be the last one. Once again, hope I'm wrong. I think it's a pretty interesting concept. It's just horribly managed. The only time you hear about it is when there's drama with idubbbz. No one genuinely cares for most of the fighters. And on top of that, idubbbz is not even promoting it. It says right here, Creator Clash 3 has discounted about half of all available seating and reduced their price for seats also by about half. This is so close to the ring. It used to go for $215 and now it's going for $117. Now I think this is a bit further, but still. And once again, the only person that you could blame is idubbbz. And then we got this. Jake Paul announced his next boxing event will be the same day as idubbbz's Creator Clash 3. I mean, I'm not going to watch either, truth be told. I don't give a fuck about Jake Paul or his boxing career. He's always boxing people that are so old or people who are so past their prime, so I don't care. But if I was forced to watch one, I'll probably go towards the Jake Paul one. If you're paying $30 to $50 for a boxing event, who are you going to see? idubbbz, who's not even fighting? Or are you going to see Jake Paul? It low-key feels like they're doing this on purpose to sabotage themselves and then play victim. Of course, that's just my insane tinfoil conspiracy theory mode going on, but it just doesn't make any sense. If I'm idubbbz, right, and I'm going all out, I'm gonna revive a dead series that I hated doing, I might as well plug my boxing event, right? I have no shame at this point. So here I am on the Ticketmaster website. I'm nowhere near Florida, but if I was in Florida, I would go to the event if it even happens in the first place. So I'm recording this video April 25th, and yeah, it's Jesus, this is rough. I would not be surprised if they close this section as well. I mean, look at this section, dude. $212. Is idubbbz going to personally come over and give me a hand job for this money? At this point, my conspiracy hat is back on. Does he want the event to flop on purpose? This is a tragic way to go out. And I do think it's going to get canceled unless they want to perform in front of 50 to 80 people. I mean, as long as charity gets money, I guess that's all that matters. I guess aligning with Hassan Piker and that part of the community did absolutely no favors. Yeah, man, it's looking rough, but you know, this is what he chose. When you look at the actions have consequences. But with that said, what do you guys think of the situation? Are you guys going to sorry. Are you guys going to Creator Clash 3? If you are, let me know. Let me know how it is. Let me know in the comments below. I'll just be waiting for idubbbz to announce the fact that it performed absolutely horribly and now they're in debt, and he's going to have to stream for like 35 hours to make the money up. But I don't know, only time will tell. But anyways, I'm out. Subscribe to the channel so I could fight in Creator Clash 4. That's going to be lit.